Welcome to another episode of Brian Stevens TV. I'd like to welcome you to my own personal project studio, Bonzo Tunes Studios, here in Atlanta, Georgia. Today, I'm going to show you how I work with producers, engineers, and other musical creatives from all over the world using a remote session workflow. Right now, you may be asking yourself, what is a remote session? Simply put, remote sessions are recording sessions that take place between two or more people who are not located in the same studio facility. Now, I've done remote drum sessions with people across town, folks across the country, and even some people completely across the globe. Remote drum sessions are great when you have a last-minute deadline and you need that custom drum track recorded at 2 a.m. Remote drum sessions are an absolute must for someone who lives in a location that doesn't afford him or her access to high-quality session musicians or top-notch recording facilities. And remote sessions allow me as a session musician to offer more sonic options to custom tailor drum tracks to each individual's particular needs. But before we get into the how-to of the remote session workflow, let's answer a very important question. Why do my current clients, and more importantly, why should you get your drum tracks recorded here with me at Bonzo Tunes Studios? Well, aside from getting a seasoned, versatile session drummer, there are at least 4 very good reasons that I can think of, and here they are. Number 1, here at Bonzo Tunes, we get some of the best sounding drums you'll ever hear. At the center of that drum sound is this Toft Audio ATB console. Designed by Malcolm Toft, creator of the famed Trident brand of vintage British consoles, this new ATB mixer has got all of the warmth and fatness you'd expect from a fine British console. The EQs on the ATB are incredibly musical and really enhance any recorded source with silky smooth highs and rich beefy low end. Man, I can't say enough good things about this console. But what goes in front of the mixing console is equally as important. At this studio, I have an incredible assortment of drums and cymbals to match the sound of any song. We're able to mix and match pieces from 4 different drum kits, a dozen distinctly different snare drums, and a countless assortment of cymbals to get a customized drum sound that matches the mood and feel of your particular song or music project. And to capture those incredible drums and cymbals, I have a great assortment of top quality microphones, outboard microphone preamps, and compressors. These additional components of the signal chain help assure that we'll get the best possible drum sounds for your recording project. And lastly, you need a great room for all this great gear. Unlike most smaller home or project studios, we don't shove our drums into some cramped spare bedroom or stuffy garage. The Bonzo Tunes Live Room is a spacious tracking environment that has been specifically built and tuned for great drum sounds. And with movable acoustic treatments, we can change the sound of the room on the fly to match the sonic characteristics of your particular recording project. Now, in the past, the only downside to remote sessions has been the sense of disconnect felt between people on either end of the session. But here at my studio, we've solved that problem. Using the latest in internet technology, you can now attend your next remote session in real time from anywhere in the world. I mean, think of it as sort of being a virtual glass. And anyone with a modest broadband internet connection can sit in on the recording session virtually, seeing me at the drums and hearing a custom CD quality mix of the music that we're recording. We can even talk to each other in real time, and if you have any standard webcam, we can have a face-to-face conversation about each take and get the performance you're looking for almost instantly. By now you're probably wondering, how does this remote drum session thing work? Well, let's break it down and show you just how easy this workflow can be. Step 1, you send guide tracks for your song. Now, these can be WAV files or MP3s, whatever music mix you currently have recorded. And I've worked with everything from simple guitar vocal templates to full-blown 80-track mixes. And in this case, Al has emailed over the link to a zip file which contains 4 different mixes of the same song. Next, we load those files into our session and set up the drum tracks to be recorded. And once that's ready, we can give Al a call and bring him into the session using our virtual glass type of technology.
Alright, so I kind of flipped the part on the bridge on the first time around. I got it the second time. Anything else, Al? Or is there any other directives? Anything you'd like to hear different other than me play the bridge part right?
Not anything spectacularly different. I would just say, just for you to know that when the voice drops out, if you hadn't already assumed it, it's a guitar solo.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it sounded pretty good.
Okay, and I think I'm gonna bring the intensity up. I'm gonna do something different on that solo part just to bring the intensity up a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, let's do another take and see what we come up with.
More cowbell.
Have you helped someone who's sad find the joy that they once had? Have you turned a tear into a smile?
I love it.
Cool. I think I got everything there. There's a couple of things that could be a little tighter, but overall I was happy with that. How about I give you just one as a safety? So you got, the first take, which is, just whatever happened. Take 2, which is pretty solid, and then we'll give you a third take that's a safety, and you'll have everything you need to work from.
I would appreciate it.
Cool. Well, let's roll it back one more time, Patrick, and we'll give him take number 3, and we'll call it a day. Yeah, I felt good about the last one as far as just feel and vibe. There's a couple of cool chances in there, but take 2's got some other stuff if you want to pull from that. So I'll send all of it to you. Is there anything else you want to try, or we pretty much have everything?
No, I'm pretty happy with that. In the time it took to do this, I might have been able to program about 4 bars.
See how easy and simple and fun this is?
That's right. Every time I think about somebody doing a project for them and being like, just wanted maybe to put, some a drum machine or something. I'm like, man, it just isn't worth it anymore.
No, not at all. Not when you can just dime me up and in 20-something minutes we can give you 3 takes that you can pull from as much or as little as you need. Use all of one or pieces of all 3.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, I'm going to get everything packaged up real pretty and real nice and throw it up on the server for you. And if there's anything else you need, you be sure to let me know, okay?
Fantastic. Thanks.
Thank you, Al. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Now, once everything's been recorded and approved by the client, I then clean up the session and rename the tracks so that you know exactly what each and every file is to be used for. What I send back to the client depends on their personal preference. Today, Al will get 13 individual source tracks for each of the 3 takes we recorded. The delivery of those finished drum tracks can be done via FTP, iDisk, or other online services like yousendit.com. That part is also tailored to your personal preference. With custom drum tracks in hand, you can then work to complete your recorded project. So as you can see, remote drum sessions are a quick and easy way to get great sounding custom drum tracks. So throw out those tired loop libraries and please stop wasting countless precious hours programming lifeless MIDI drum parts. Like Marvin Gaye sang, ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. So for more information or to set up your next remote drum session, go to brianstevens.com or bonzotunes.com. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Brian Stevens TV. Please send me an email to brian@brianstevens.com. I really do enjoy getting your feedback. And thanks for dropping in and hanging out. And I'll see you next time.